I've been hearing quite a bit about this 3-day colon cleanse, and I was at a trade show just recently where they had all these ridiculously horrible pictures of all these things that had come out of these people's body that I couldn't even hardly stand to look at. But there was a lot of interest, and there's people around the world that are taking this now. They told me that the company that makes this just built a $50 million facility, just the facility. So if you could, I need to learn about this and understand why that we should be using this.
Okay, yeah, this is actually, it's a 3-day colon cleanse, and the stuff that you're referring to, they call it the mucoid plaque, which is basically just a buildup of over the years, grandma's apple pie in 1979. We just get layer upon layer of buildup, and white flour is one of the big culprits for this, because it hardens like paper mache. Paper mache back, and it's white flour and water, right? So we get this buildup, and the average person, this has been proven, it's even been on like 60 Minutes, and has like up to average 10 to 20 pounds of stuff in their colon. So whenever you see somebody that's maybe they even just a thin person, has like a little pot belly, they're obviously not really fat because their arms are skinny. Sometimes you even see a muscular people with like a belly coming out. It's a swollen colon. It's not really necessarily fat. It's just that their colon is swelled with all this accumulation. And this isn't just the past few meals. People say, well, I'm regular. I go to the bathroom 2-3 times a day. But they still have all this buildup. That buildup is encrusted in there, and it's hardened, and it can be the consistency of tire rubber. That literally the consistency of tire rubber. Dr. Bernard Jensen, he was the pioneer in colon health, and he helped, hundreds and hundreds of people, and he's seen the mucoid plaque come out of, so he's seen it in all shapes and sizes. In his book, Tissue Cleansing Through Bowel Management, which is now called Better Bowel Care, it's been revised. You see there's a whole bunch of pictures at the back of that book, but I've actually got on my website, 3daycleanse.com, I have some actual pictures from people that have used the 3-day cleanse. And so basically those pictures that you're referring to are, pictures of the mucoid plaque. And one of the things we notice with people doing this in just 3 days, we've had people lose up to 20 pounds in 3 days. Okay, and that's, you might say rapid weight loss, that's not good. Well, it's not good if it's dehydrating you or, because some weight loss programs, that you get dehydrated. Like the high protein diets and other things, you can really get dehydrated. You'll lose weight, but then you lose muscle tone. You don't really look necessarily healthy. What this is removing is just simply buildup in the colon. And it can be very smelly, really, I had, the only reason that I'm actually working with this company is that I had done about 20 different colon cleanses. And this was the first one that actually, I got like 4 feet of mucoid plaque to come out when I did this.
Nasty.
And it was nasty. And it was just like the shape of my colon. You can kind of visualize the colon, right? Just imagine the colon in reverse. It literally had all the crevices and valleys of the colon. So when it came out, it's like, unlike any other, this is kind of gross to talk about, but normal poops are usually kind of smooth.
Yeah, they were showing pictures of like way longer than that even.
Yeah, mine was, I've had people, one lady had a total of 167 inches come out, which is, do the math, 12 divided into 167. It's well over 10 feet. Of mucoid plaque come out. So yeah, we've definitely had cases of people that had a lot more stuff.
How does it get it off the wall like that? Why is this stuff so?
Yeah, that's a good question. Now most colon cleanses on the market, and I've worked with several. This has been one of my areas of really intense study. And a lot of the cleanses out there are bentonite and psyllium based. That's 2 of the main ingredients. I'd say the most common ingredients you'll find.
Right.
And they work by. The bentonite and psyllium work by sort of, the psyllium's like a mucilage, so it's really sticky. And the whole theory is that it's going to stick to the mucoid plaque and hopefully have enough momentum to peel it off the inside of the colon wall. The problem is a lot of people don't get results because they're already blocked so bad, they get stuck down there. And they can actually have adverse effects, like the bowels will slow down to the point of stopping, and it can be pretty dangerous. So
plug it off.
So, it can work, and people can get testimonies using the bentonite psyllium type cleanses, but it's much. When I used to buy just boxes of, I won't mention the brand, but it was a bentonite psyllium based cleanse, and I wasn't hardly getting any results. When I started using this, left and right, people were releasing their mucoid plaque. And the reason this one works better and a lot faster, because some of these cleanses work 30 days and they don't work.
Right.
This one, these are the main 2 packets here, and because basically you're getting 3 days. You're getting, a box each day. So I only got 2 boxes up here, but you actually get 3 boxes. So one's for each day. And this is basically all you're eating. You're getting like 6 or 7 different shakes a day. 2 wheatgrass shakes, 2 mineral shakes that are just whole food based, and then 3 really thick shakes that have the key ingredient, which is the oil palm trunk fiber. Okay, this is the key here. I mean, all these other ingredients in here are nice. The wheatgrass is nutritious. And
so it's oil from a palm tree? Or,
yeah, well, most people have heard of like palm kernel oil, It's like the oil, and it can be like a reddish color. But the fruit of that tree is where the palm oil comes from. Palm kernel oil comes from the kernel, the seed in the fruit. So it's kind of like similar to an avocado.
Right.
It's a fatty fruit with a seed in the middle. Now, this fiber is not coming from the fruit. This is why people say it's oil palm. That's not a fiber. There's no fiber in palm oil. It's like, well, it's not palm oil. It comes from the trunk of the tree. They just happen to call it the oil palm tree. So it's like almost like a palm tree, like a tropical, like coconut. Right. And they now over in Malaysia, that's one of their biggest crops. And these trees only have a 25-year cycle for bearing fruit. So after 25 years, so they're not just chopping they're not just chopping down trees here. They actually plant them faster than they lose them.
Right.
But after the 25-year cycle, the whole tree is used. In the trunk of the tree, this company INS in Malaysia, which is a very large company, they have a proprietary process where they take the trunk, the fiber, the wood fiber of the tree, and put it through like a probiotic fermentation. It's like a 20-step fermentation process, and it makes that fiber digestible. And the big breakthrough with oil palm was that somehow this fiber, it's very slippery when you mix it with water. You'll see it's like a really slippery drink, and it literally penetrates the mucoid plaque, this buildup. It goes right to the colon wall, and it makes it slippery, so that the whole thing just slips right out. And that's why it can work in 3 days. Just think of like a water slide or something. When if there's no water on the water slide, you just stick to it, right? Your back will just lay there. As soon as they turn the water on, you go down into the pool, right? Or like slip and slide too. Slip and slide, if there's no water, you jump head first and it'll just stop.
Right.
I mean, you have to have the water. So this makes the colon wall slippery, so that and that's the feedback I get from customers is they say it just feels like the whole thing just slipped right out. It's not painful. I mean, when mine came out, it just felt like a normal. I was shocked to see what was in the toilet because it just felt like a normal number 2. I mean, when it actually happened. Right. And honestly, I didn't even think it was working because this was like day 4, and I called up Roger, my friend who recommended it to me, and I said, Roger, this thing says it's not working. This is day 4, this is on day 3. Supposedly it's a 3-day cleanse, but the next morning, of course, is when I had 4 feet come out, and it's like this is the first time that I ever got results with any colon cleanse. And so I've sold several thousand of these now, and I continuously get feedback on how well it works. People lose 5 to 10 pounds in 3 days is very common. And again, it's healthy weight loss because it's just stuff that's in the colon that's really toxic. Right. And that's one of the main reasons that we get different. In fact, Bernard Jensen said the bowel is the fertile mother of most diseases started in the colon.
Right. So the opposite of that is the mother of health.
Right.
So the nourishment that is in this, you lose energy during the days that you're on it, or is it?
No, actually, I mean, you are, it's complete meal replacement, so you're not really eating anything else. You're allowed an apple a day if you want, or a little bit of fruit if you have to eat something, or diabetics are allowed a little bit of juice just to keep their sugar levels constant. But no, it's designed, I mean, there's a total of, in each box you get a total of, like I said, 7 different drinks, 3 thick shakes, 2 wheatgrass drinks, and 2 like mineral. But the 3 thick shakes are incredibly filling. I mean, you're just not hungry, and
so you feel good.
You feel good, and in the minerals, the wheatgrass, and it's got things like okra, like Chinese okra, and some carrot, and some other like whole food ingredients. So it's designed to be a complete meal replacement for 3 days.